Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the part 2 of object-oriented programming in PHP, okay? So today we're going to be learning a lot of things, okay? So get ready, close your doors, close your windows, and focus, okay? Because we're going to learn something really cool and really awesome, which is going to help you out. So today we're going to learn the extends thing, and then we're going to learn the public, protected, and private functions or datas, okay? So let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to explain you what is actually extend, okay? So in order to, first of all, we're going to create a class, okay? So I'm going to say class, and this class will be food. And so we know this class, right? This is a normal class. And inside that, we suppose we have a variable, okay? Let's just make a variable called, what we can call chicken equals to chicken. I love chicken, guys. Okay, so my bad. So chicken equals to chicken, okay? So now what we're going to do is, now I want you to look at this, guys. We have a data inside this class, okay? But what we want actually to get these functionalities and all these data inside this food, okay? So which means that we want these datas, these functions, and these things, this function apple and this variable inside this food, okay? Inside this food class. So how we can do it is with extend, okay? So we're gonna say extend, then we're gonna type the class that we're gonna extend with, okay? So in this case it is fruit, which means, guys, that this full class is now inside this class, okay? Which means all the datas and functions that is inside this class is now inside the food class, okay? So we have the access of all these functions and data inside this food, okay? So now let's just try it. So I'm gonna just comment this out. Now we're gonna make a instance of this food, okay? So we're gonna say $food equals to new food right there, okay? And guys, I mean, we have these functions, right? So we can also use it here. So we could just say that right here, the food, and call the food's apple function, apple right there, okay? So it should echo out apple for us, okay? So let's try that. And as you can see, we have apple right here. So this is how we extend this class into this class, okay? I mean, take all the data and functions of this class in this class, okay? All right, so that was about extends. Now let me show you one more thing that we can do is right here. We're gonna say that function, we're gonna create a function, and we're gonna say this is called call apple, I'm gonna call it. Then this is a function, and which actually calls this function. When we call this function is going to call this function, which is going to echo out our apple, okay? Okay, so this function, when we call this function, what is going to happen is this is going to go here and call this function, and then this function is going to echo out the apple, okay? Apple, let's say a apple, okay? So let's do it. So how do we do that is come here, and in order, guys, I want you to look at this. This is our class, and if we are suppose this is our class. Sorry for the drawing, guys. This is our class, okay? And we have some functions and data right here, and we have a function which calls a function which is inside the same class, okay? So in order to call a function inside the class, and which the function is inside the class, we have to actually use this thing. Actually, let me show you in code, okay? We have to use this keyword, then we're gonna say this apple function, all right? Okay, so which means this is pointing to this full document, which has these values right here. So this means this is actually pointing to this full document right here and saying this apple, which means go ahead and find the apple function inside this class. Okay, so that is what this means. Okay, so it actually points to the full document. Okay, so now if we call that food call apple, we should get the same, we should get the same result. So let's see that, and here you go, we have the same result, apple. Okay, so that is this keyword. And now we're going to learn that what is public, protected, and private. Okay, private properties, data, or functions. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, we're going to make some variables, and in making public, private, and protected variables, we don't need a var keyword. Okay, so instead of var, we just need public to specify it's a public. Then I'm just going to duplicate these things, and by the way, I did that by pressing Control D. Okay, so now we're going to say private, and then we have protected. All right, so we are just going to simply change these things. We're going to say banana, lemon, and come here and say lemon right there. Okay, all right, great. So guys, what this public means is you can access this public property anywhere in your app. I mean, anywhere you want, which means if we can use it like this, we can use it by saying that $food and called the orange function. We can use it like this, and we can use it outside of the class, in the class which extends it, and everywhere. Okay, so and then we come to private. So what private means, guys, is actually it is only available in this class. Okay, which means even if you extend that class into another class, this private is not going to work, because it is only going to work inside its own class, own original class. Okay, all right, so let's see private in practice. Okay, so I'm going to make a private function right here, which we're going to call right here. So it is a private function now, which means this is only available in this class. So now we're going to call it. So we're calling the call apple, which is then going to try to call this private function, which should not work. Okay, so let's try that, and it should give us a error. So something went wrong. Wait, let me check. Make that, cut that first of all. Make that private right there, and you can see that we have a call to private method fruit apple. Okay, so that error is coming from here because we are trying to access a private property right here. Okay, so it's not going to work. But if you say protected, what's going to happen is it should give us, there you go, apple. So why it worked in protected? Because in protected we can use these data or functions inside a inside this original class and inside the classes that extends it. So here we're just calling the extended method, which then calls the fruit method. So it will work. But if we try to call this protected function directly from outside of this class or any extended class, what is going to happen is it's not going to work. So let's check it. If we refresh it, you can see we have a fatal error which says call to protected method fruit apple. There we go, guys. So that was all for today, guys. I mean, this part, guys. And on the next part, guys, we're going to talk about constructors and destructors, okay, inside classes. So we can use them inside classes. So we're going to talk about that, and we're also going to make a small project with these classes. Okay, all right, guys, so I hope I see you in the part 3 of this object-oriented course. Until next time, guys, I love you all. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm out.